Yeah, close the door, please. Close my door. Close my door.
Dots on the screen like disco lights, flicker and shine in the heat of the night. I got the moves, I got the groove. Trade the dots and watch me improve. Yeah. Trade the dots. Hit the spots. Fund the prop. Make it pop. Money, money, money. Oh, it's hot. Trade the dots. Yeah, trade the dots. Spin that chart like a DJ wheel. Up and down, it's a funky deal. Risk is a dance, it's a balancing act, but I'm moonwalking on this market track. Yeah. Fingers snapping, numbers tapping, groove keep flowing, never napping. Trade the dots, hit the spots, fund the prop, make it pop. Money, money, money. Oh, it's hot. Trade the dots, yeah, trade the dots. Cashing in, cashing out, shake it, scream and shout. Pockets fat, but I'm staying lean. I'm the king of the trading scene. Yeah. Dots on the screen like disco lights, flicker and shine in the heat of the night. I got the moves, I got the groove. Trade the dots and watch me improve. Yeah. Trade the dots, hit the spots, fund the prop, make it pop. Money, money, money. Oh, it's hot. Trade the dots, yeah, trade the dots. Spin that chart like a DJ wheel. Up and down, it's a funky deal. Risk is a dance, it's a balancing act, but I'm moonwalking on this market track. Yeah. Fingers snapping, numbers tapping, groove keep flowing, never napping. Trade the dots, hit the spots, fund the prop, make it pop. Money, money, money. Oh, it's hot. Trade the dots, yeah, trade the dots. Cashing in, cashing out, shake it, scream and shout. Pockets fat, but I'm staying lean. I'm the king of the trading scene.
Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon trading New York close in Eightcap, trading CFDs and gold with our friends at Eightcap off of the Trading View station today. And tomorrow we're going to do FOMC, so we're not going to be trading Eightcap. But next week I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I did with MetaTrader 5 and the tool set I have there for you guys to trade with. But today we're just going to keep it simple, trading with my dots only indicator, which has been completely retooled and improved for your trading pleasure. What you see here right now, and the cool thing about this that I absolutely love is that you can now use it on CFDs. These days you can use it on futures because everything is normalized to basis points, to percentage terms, rather than doing ticks. Because, for example, in Eightcap, the ticks are like 100 ticks equals 1 point, and in futures 4 ticks equals 1 point. So you have to constantly adjust them based upon the instrument you're trading. Here you just simply normalize everything to percentage terms, and you're all set to basis points, basically. That having been said, it's been a pretty super quiet day in the markets. I mean, NASDAQ is literally up 1 basis point, 1%, one point, which is just unheard of. Not a lot of volatility, but when we did have volatility, this is what I wanted to show you. There were good signals here. So when there were a little bit of jumps in volatility, which is what this orange little rectangle is painting right now, when we had the jump, we did get the signals. It's like, for example, if you went into replay mode, I'm going to go in here and just show you. So I'm going to go step by step. What happens is when the range in price, like right over here, gets wide enough, in this case, it's just 25 points. We're looking for 10 basis points of the notional, which is 10 basis points is 1/1000th, and it's 25,000. So 25 points basically gets 25 points wide. That's when we start looking for, it starts generating signals. So as it gets wider, boom, here's a signal. We go long here, 5 target, 15 stop, very, very easily done. Second signal, 5 target, 15 stop, easily done. As long as we stay wide and we get signals, great. Now we contract again, volatility contracts again, so no signals. Now we get a little bit wider. Do we have a signal? Alas, we don't. We're actually going to do, here's a signal, and eventually I think it works to the downside. Yeah, here it is. It takes us down to our target. What I was going to say is we're going to get a little more aggressive in trading today. Let me stop the replay here. And our bread and butter NDQ is NASDAQ. That's NASDAQ, okay? It's the CFD version of NASDAQ. Are you American, Tony? That's like a very American question. In the afternoon, we trade for Europeans using CFDs, which are essentially the same thing as futures, but they're just derivatives. XAU is gold, Bitcoin is Bitcoin, US 30 is the Dow. So what I was going to say is we're going to take more aggressive trades as soon as we have a green zone. Like right now, we just don't have a green zone. It's still too tight. We need 25 points top to bottom, 70 to 87, 17 points. We can't even push it up to give us any kind of volatility because it's pre-FOMC. Nobody really cares. And we're all just basically chilling. Tomorrow, we're not even bothering to trade in the morning because nothing is really going to happen until the afternoon, where we have the presser. And then clearly, I think we're going to get some, Texan baby. That's right. I hear you. Clearly, we're going to get some, hopefully some volatility off the afternoon. We'll be trading futures tomorrow in the afternoon. So, and then we'll come back to trading CFDs on Tuesday, Wednesday, the week following. But for now, it's almost like a academic exercise. There's nothing really much going on. We'll watch the markets. We'll see. One of the things that we love to trade here is the market close, because usually you get a volatility expansion on the market close or range expansion, and that creates some continuity trades. We're basically just trading continuity trades all the time. I was talking this morning to the group, and I was saying that you could completely flip this whole concept on its head and actually make it profitable during these very dull moments if you completely change the rules. And right now it's not necessary because the markets are volatile enough during stretches of time for the day where the profits are to be made. But what if we get into a situation where the markets kind of die out? Well, you're gonna have to adapt. And I think a great way for us to adapt when the markets get dead is, again, to just literally flip the rules. And what I mean by that is instead of buying breakouts and selling breakdowns, we're actually going to sell breakouts and buy breakdowns in a very methodical manner using the exact same indicator that we have for breakout trading, which is we're going to make the following rules. As long as the range is orange, as long as it's compressed, right? And we have a pull away candle, in this case, a white candle, which is an upside pull away candle, or a purple candle, which is a downside pull away candle. We're sellers of the white, buyers of the purple. And if you were just to simply do that kind of trading, let me give you an idea. So I'm going to go tick by tick here. Boom. So 89, 15 stop, 5 target, which means 84 is where I'm targeting, right? It actually makes it over here, but let's just give it a little bit more. So I'm looking for 84. Boom. Get done, right? I'm done, right? Now we're looking for the next trade. Purple. We're buyer 76. Target is 81. It actually does it 81 on the next candle over here. You can see if we bought this over here, pops to 81. But fine, we're going to just give it a little bit more time, and it pops to 81 over here, right? Next, we wait for another purple breakdown over here, right? Range is still orange. We buy the 66s if we want to do a second buy in this move, and we're trying to trade 71s. So it comes up to 72s over here, but it comes up over here anyways. And you just keep working this churn, right? Maybe you want to say yourself, I want like 2 whites in a box instead of just one. Maybe I just want to be really confident that I'm gonna fade the breakout at a good price. So you sell 78s, keep going, and you're looking to buy back 73s, and you buy it back right here. The range remains still nice and tight, and you got nothing to do. Right now we're back in flow, doing nothing. So you can totally flip the script here and trade the opposite if you wanted to using the indicator, which is really cool. Basically, in this particular dead zone, you would have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually 6 trades in a period of an hour. Nice little scalps that you could have done. So it's pretty cool. Hopefully you guys like it. But for now, we're still waiting to see if there's any volatility. It's 3:15. We'll give it a few minutes. See if it wants to trade a little bit. If the range wants to expand, it looks like the range is actually contracting and really not doing anything. So we'll watch the markets. Who's new in the room here who doesn't know anything about the way BFF Dots trades and how we scalp and do all those things? Raise your hand or just simply say new, and I'll try to explain it to you. Markets are actually so dead that I'm almost tempted to trade my chop strategy right now. Let's see what gold is doing actually. Gold is also relatively well. Gold is by far more volatile than NASDAQ today, but right now it's still like in this kind of a tight little range. Doesn't have the green zone, which is the 10 basis points that we want for it. About $5. How about US 30? US 30 is also really, really dead. US 30 is actually a pretty good product to trade. And this time, you know what? Let's screw around. Why not? We got nothing else to do. Let's buy the US 30. Let's see if I'm right. All right, I bought the US 30 here. The idea here is it's a very tight range. I'm buying the purple dot. I'll bring this a little bit closer just to give myself some better ticks. And we'll see if the choppy trade works or doesn't. Selling it here was what, 38? Yeah, it's 28. Yeah, plenty of time. Let's see. Yeah. Hey, nice to have you guys in the room. You're new to Tony, new to U.S. close trading. Yeah, Tony. You're new. You're new the way I'm young, my friend. All right, let's see. Let's pop it. We got 5 points in US 30, right? 6 points, 7 points. You know what? We'll take it. We'll take it. We're just putzing around. Might as well take some trades. So that was a nice clean trade on. I wonder, I wonder if I could do this. I'm actually curious. Could I show? Does this show execution marks on this? Oh yeah, look at that. Look how cool that is. Wow, that showed the trade. Nice. So we were in at 22, out 26. Took our small scalp. This basically, as I said, buying the pull away trades in a very, very narrow range. Let's see what NASDAQ is doing. Maybe we get a pull away range. Maybe we get a pull away trade in NASDAQ. We can trade that as well. When you get lemons, baby, you make lemonade. We're not, if we can't get continuity trade because the markets are dead, I'm perfectly happy trading chop markets as long as I have the proper structure for it. That's the beauty of the structure. So for those of you guys who want to know, this is a 8-period SMA against 200-period SMA, short-term against long-term. It can be anything. You can adjust the settings here for anything you want. The 8-period has positive slope and negative slope. Obviously, when it's positive slope, the short-term price are trending. Negative slope, they're declining. Every candle above the slope is white or green. If it's white, that means it's super hot. It's pulling away from the moving average, not touching the moving average. It's kind of like a little bit of a fuel candle. If it's the other way around, if it's purple, it means it's pulling away from the moving average, not touching the moving average. So those are kind of extreme candles, quote unquote, within a very, very short-term structure. And when we're trading chop, we're just basically fading, means we're going against the extreme. Because in chop, you sell the tops, buy the bottoms. In continuity, you buy the breakouts and sell the breakdowns. So when we trade continuity, when this zone turns green and we actually have some activity and the markets are excited, then we follow the flow. And the way we follow the flow is we follow it with these little dots. 2 red dots together give us a sell. 2 green dots together give us a buy. White dots are early turns to the upside. There's just simply a green dot that's early. Purple dots are red dots that are early to the reversal side. So that's it. It's super, super simple as far as trading. And we just watch the dots, follow them, trade them obviously on a signal basis. When conditions arise, we get a little signal. It's called the A setup, which is this is a continuity setup that we've been trading all the time. Obviously, this is a positive one. The green ones tell you, you're a buyer. The red ones tell you you're a seller. And you can see that because of the range filter, you don't have nearly as many of them as you would in a normal condition. But all of the signals here are very, very clean and crisp and pretty accurate, right? Winner, winner, winner. You can see they're literally like, we're sort of been running like around 7 winners to 1 loser. There was a run overnight where it was like 9 winners to 1 loser. So it's, the range filter gives you fewer trades, but they're far, far more exact. Hello, Mr. Pakistan. How are you? Nice to have you here. You saw an orange mini heading into Fort Dix. An orange mini. Yeah, no, it wasn't me. The mini is parked in Jersey. Sorry, I was no. Mini is parked in Jersey. I'm in Closter. I'm like 1 mile away from Alpine, exit 2. Those of you guys who are from U.S., from the state of New Jersey, the great state of New Jersey. Right now I'm in the city. I'm in the city, but I was in Jersey because everybody knows my house had heating problems. All right, so here we go. Do we want to play this? Why not? What the hell? We got nothing else to do. It's probably at this point from 3:30 onward. I'm not going to putz around because 3:30 onward, presumably we should have a little bit of range expansion. Maybe the market wants to make a move. But like right now, we got nothing else to do. This is a white pull away candle. It's not even a good one. It's not even hitting the top of the range. But we can play it. We got 6 seconds. All right, I'm going to sell this. So here we are. 5 points to the downside. 15 to the upside. If we don't have a breakout, this trade should hopefully work. If we do have a breakout, it doesn't really matter because we're just putzing around, looking at trades. And we'll see how it's going. $85 ticks. Remember, 100 ticks is just 1 point. So it makes you feel like it's a lot of points, but it's really not that many points. We're coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down. Almost. Just churning and chipping, doing nothing, right? I mean, markets are just completely listless right now. How's gold doing? That's interesting. All right, so gold is kind of 415. So gold is actually, why is gold not giving me a, why is this not giving me a, why is the range not, this should be 10 basis points, no? 4 points, 11 basis points. Huh. What is this? Why is this? Oh, no. That's weird. Huh. I wonder if, let's try something. Oh no, it turned green. Okay, it finally turned green. Okay, I guess it was just waiting for the thing. Okay, so we actually have a setup in this. Let me do this. For a second, I thought the code was all wrong. Okay, all right. So it finally did break the 10 basis point range. So now we have a trade in gold, trying to trade $1 target for $3 stop. If this A setup holds, if it holds out. 15 seconds left. All right, I'm short here in gold, 410, looking for 409. NASDAQ is putzing around. Let's close up NASDAQ, make the profit on NASDAQ on the churn. The gold is a continuity trade, right? So now we have the range, we have the continuity, trying to barely extend to this $1 move, but hopefully it will. Gold is putzing around. $9W, that's right. Almost 330. So if there's going to be any move in the equities, it's going to start happening now. So we sold the white. It's very tempting to buy the purple. It's kind of like top and bottom of the range, but we're not going to do that because we're just going to basically see if equities want to expand their range. We're going to give it time to breathe in the next half hour to see if they want to expand. Generally, they were very, very flat. Market's really not moving much up or down, but it feels to me like there's a little bit of a downward bias in the markets. Haven't been really been able to hold the highs, right? So been this 25.6. We get down. I mean, it feels like tomorrow. The interesting question is let's actually do the poll of the moment tomorrow. Let's do this. So hang on. Let's do the poll. Let's see if what you guys think. NASDAQ first touch. Vote, please. 25,500 or 26. What do you think would be the first touch in NASDAQ? My vibe is that it'll be 500, 25,500. Oh, I think did we get done on gold? We got done on gold. Nice. So the gold trade, the continuity trade, right? Remember, this turned green, gave us a continuity signal. We sold it. We barely made that little dollar, and that was good. So now we're just going to focus a little bit. You see, like we get a little bit of an extension. Maybe a hawkish cut. Who knows? Who knows? It's possible, you know. I mean, inflationary pressures remain pretty strong, and I got to tell you, it's not like labor is dying, right? I mean, what do you call it? JOLTS was not bad. Weekly jobless were like the best in 3 years. You can't really make the argument that people are getting fired left and right, and that is not going to make the Fed want to cut rates right now. All right, NASDAQ is, what's the range in the NASDAQ? We're looking for a 25, 68 to 83. Not even 20 points here, but we need like that green range for expansion. Maybe we'll make a run. Usually they love to run the highs into the close. We sort of, you know, held the bottom for the time being, right? Let's see. Do we have any more bottoms? No, this is pretty much, I mean, this was the 1145 bottom, and then the 930 bottom was around 5. So then we just expanded. We keep holding higher, but we actually been making higher lows until now. They're sort of dying out a little bit now. Let's see what it wants to do. You know what's actually moving a little bit? US 30. So US 30 would require a 47, like a 50-point range, right? So we're almost, it's 34 points here. So still very, again, all very, very tight markets. And you probably wouldn't have, you know, you wouldn't have been hurt if you bought the 8s because it went up to 20. So you would have made your 10 points. But again, I like to, at 330, the idea is that volatility should presumably expand. And we'll give it a shot. We'll see how we're trading. See it coming down a little bit. That's it's almost 40 points of range. See if NASDAQ is coming in. No, NASDAQ not really. Gold holding. Not much going on. JP Morgan today is kind of weighing on the Dow because I forgot what they did. There was they pre-announced something. Let's see what JP Morgan did. Let's take a look at the headlines. What's the JP Morgan news? Oh, wow. I can't even see it. Oh, here it is. Hold on. JP Morgan sees fourth quarter revenue up in low teens. Right. Full year expenses, expects IB revenue to be low single digits. So it's kind of a disappointing positive guidance. That's what's weighing on it. All right. Come on, let's see if we can expand this. This is 26 to 83. Still not 50 points. NASDAQ also kind of chopping around. Nobody wants to do anything. "25 minutes to the close." Last 15 minutes, if we get the move, that's where it'll be. We'll see if it's to the downside or upside, but I'm not gonna run it until we get a green zone. And a green zone is basically the high to low has to be about, in this case, 50 points. In this case, 25, about 10 basis points on the notional, to show us that there's some movement in the price. We traded chop by selling the highs over here, bought it over here. We traded a little bit of continuity by when there was a big range expansion here by selling it down, by selling the down move. And then we did a little bit more chop in here by selling the highs and buying the lows, I think. And so, yeah, buying the lows and selling the highs and chop. So the cool thing is we can trade both ways, but obviously it's much better to trade flow than it is to trade chop, because it's kind of boring, but that's what it is. 34 minutes. 25 minutes to the close. It's not unexpected that we have a really, really tight day today. What was the range for gold? Gold is it's 10 basis points, so it's like $5, right? It's basically $5. We're looking for high to low to be about $5 in gold, about 25 in NAS, about 50 in US 30, right? It's really interesting, market behavior really changes, and this is why, trading historically is always a bad idea, because you assume that everything is going to repeat itself exactly as it did before. There are periods where, there were periods last year where the close was just crazy. A couple hundred points, you'd have great movement. Anytime there was a split one way or the other, there was this huge move. And then it kind of died probably around Thanksgiving, and really has not come back. And that's basically telling you that there's a completely different narrative in the market right now, which is really interesting. None of these narratives last, but if you can kind of catch that narrative, you catch the trade. You understand what the trade is. Like right now, the trade is just buying the purples, selling the whites in a range, because nothing much is going on. I'm just not doing it because I'm still trying to believe that there's going to be some kind of a move. But honestly, the chop is the trade right now. It reminds me, there's this great book. If you haven't read, this is a really, really fun book. If you're a trading fan, you go to Amazon and you go to, book is called Pitbull. Very, very old book. Where's books? Book. There. Oh my God, I didn't realize it was like the. It was so old it doesn't even count. Pitbull, Lessons from Wall Street Champion Day Trader. So Marty Schwartz, and it was like written like, you know, about his time. He was like one of the first day traders in the 80s. It's called an upstairs trader, right? He has like this whole episode there where he notices that if the bond market closes up, if bonds rally, which they close at 3, and at that time S&P obviously closed at 4, then the S&P had a rally into the final hour. So he's like one of the first guys to notice that, and he starts exploiting it, like to the tune of millions of dollars a day. Like he just bets millions of dollars a day on the fact that the S&P is going to rally if the bonds close by a certain amount. And he literally makes $80,000 a day on the close for 30 days straight until the pattern kind of goes away. But it's just a great example of understanding, you know, what the patterns are in the market and understanding that none of them last. But when you kind of see a pattern, you could really, really exploit it. It's just like it's really a fascinating chapter to hear him describe the whole month-long, you know, trade with this. And he was just, you know, the first one to, you know, to see at that time interest rates were coming down, and the lower interest rates gave, you know, lots of impetus for equity buying. And it was just a really, really correlated trade. So we're still chopping. What time is it? 3:38. We still got at least 15 minutes before there's any kind of movement here. Gold is also very, very choppy. You see, like, look at the range. It's just a tiny, tiny range of anything. NASDAQ is also rangy. Not that much moving. The good thing is, you know, when the indicator is this flat, you don't do anything, right? You want to be a little aggressive. You know, you could buy at the edges, sell at the edges, but it's almost not worth it at this point. What do you think? Should we fade the white candle? Why not? Why not? We'll give it. We'll sacrifice to the breakout gods here. This is almost certainly a breakout to the upside, but I'm just so bored. We've got nothing else to do. If we get clipped out on this, it's a tiny little trade. But if we don't, it's really a testament to just how freaking boring this market is. This is what is this, a range? 15. It's like a 30-point range in NASDAQ, in the US 30. All right, let's see if it wants to drop. Those of you, by the way, who are trading CFDs, US 30 is a really great instrument because obviously it's like 50,000 points. So you don't really, you don't need it to move a lot to really capture, the point moves in the underlying. So it's actually a really good scalping mechanism. Oh, it looks like we got done on the US 30. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Always when I move off screen, the trade gets done. All right, that's good. That was just a completely, fuck around scalp, but it worked. Again, the idea is if you really think that it's that we are trapped in range, then you buy the purples, you sell the whites, because those are the pull away trades. These aren't even like that strong of pull away trades, but at least it's a signal. Gold is looking like it wants to go a little higher. How's gold for the day today? I thought gold was actually, yeah, gold is by far the strongest. It had a big rally at 11, at 420. Oh man, there it is. Okay, so let's see what the price action on gold is today. Kind of double topped at 420, then just bottomed out, and now it's sort of rebuilding itself into a choppy zone. And you see how, the range volatility, you're going to get a few few wrong trades. Like I think this. Let me see. I wonder if this trade. I wonder if this would have done. No, this. I think I would have been stopped out on this one, right? So, oh no, maybe not. 11. Let me see. I can't see. I gotta get bigger. 1147 and the low here was. Oh yeah, you would have made $1 here. You wouldn't have done $1 here though. You made $1 here. You'd have lost money here. Made money here. Made money here. Made money here. Got stuffed over here. Made money, a little bit of money here, and made money. We made money on this one because that's actually a trade that we took, right? So not not a super accurate trade, but accurate enough to be net positive, which is all you need. All right, 1542, man. 1550, are we going to get a move here? We're just going to hang around. You know what's actually moving? Well, one thing that the other cool thing is I don't really trade Bitcoin because of the spreads, but it could be a fun trade. I mean, it's a $30 spread. I guess you could trade it with a $100 target and $300 stop. $938. Yeah, I guess that would work. This one is, what is that? 886. Yeah, it's hard to make the spreads here for 100, but this is a the cool thing is at least this is a legit volatility trade, right? This is 735 to 9. Yeah, this would have made money. This would not. Okay, 1543, going down to the bottom of the range here. The big question is, are we going to start selling on the close, which I kind of thought we might, especially with Dow. I mean, Dow is getting hit by JP Morgan's lower guidance. You would think that they would want to try to close it. Sellers want to get out on the close, so maybe there'll be a trade here, continuity trade. We'll watch it. It seems like this is the only promising instrument for us to trade right now. Let's see if they want to put some volume through this thing. Guys, don't forget, we're going to trade gold tonight for Think Capital. Hopefully there'll be a little bit of movement, but that's actually usually always a really, Asia session always at least has one or two interesting moves for it. Although, in front of FOMC again, not holding my breath, but at least we'll do it for like an hour. We'll see how it goes. Dow continues to just simply range out. Telling you, the best trade was just simply buy the purples, sell the whites. You could just do that over and over again. It's like repeat and recycle. What time is it in Kenya now? Huh, Daniel? Let's see. Time in Kenya. Oh, it's late at night. Wow. It's like the Middle East. You guys are on the same time line? I guess it is, yeah, because Middle East is close to Africa. $345 in Thailand. Oh my goodness. And I wish you were staying up for something exciting, but the markets are dead, dead, because nobody wants to do anything ahead of FOMC tomorrow. Don't forget, we're going to be trading FOMC 145 New York all the way to the close. So hopefully there'll be some nice movement here going on, and we'll get a play out of it. Everything's tight. NAS is starting to expand a little bit. What is this? 69. Wow, it's not even a range. Gold is starting to pop. Maybe did we get a pop in gold? Oh, this is cool. I didn't know they have like a little, look at this cute little tile on the historical gold here. Performance 1 month, 2 months, all that kind of stuff. 7:46 in the morning, right? I know I actually, traded middle of the night Australia when I was in Melbourne, which was, I guess, Europe, and it was really great. It was fun. See if we can pop up. Yeah, 2 minutes till market on close. Not even exciting. Gold is pushing a little high here. The range is still not within our volatility parameters, but could be fun. I'm actually going to try, just for shits and giggles, again, because I have nothing else to do today. I'm going to sell this gold. Let's see if I sacrifice it to the gods again. So I'm selling it like about 5-10 seconds before the candle close. Again, the assumption is that they're not going to break the range. They're going to just range this out. That whatever move we have in gold, not really going to be extended. And let's see what Nasdaq wants to do. Ten minutes to the close. Oh, is gold coming down? I'll close out this gold. I have zero interest in holding this to the pop. But let's see. I'm just because I'm really just trying to see if, there we go. I was finally looking for this pop. Okay, so that's not even a pop. That's just a 20-point move. Wow, it looked much bigger than it is because the markets are so tight. All right, finally, market on close moves here. Let's just play this. We're not even going to bother the range. If this thing holds white, let's just see if they want to push a little higher. Because presumably, we have some stock to buy on the close here, so it should push us a little bit higher. We're going to anticipate this range getting green. 16, 17 seconds left. Let's see if it wants to go a little higher. Now, get him to get it up. Get him to hold it. All right, again, I'm just long just for shits and giggles at this point, but let's see if it wants to expand a little bit. Dow also trying to push a little bit higher. 9 minutes left on the day. There we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Boom, and we're done. All right. We truly made lemonade out of lemons today because there was just nothing to do. But we read the narrative pretty accurately, which is that it was all just chop. We took the chop trades. The one continuity trade that we had that was legit, we took it over here in gold. We fucked around a little bit on the extension trade, but we basically bet on the fact that there was, not going to be any breakout moves here, and there really weren't. And then we took just this one last swan dive to the close, and even that wasn't significant. So still, overall, like literally every trade was a winner, right? This was a winner. This was a winner. The little scalps in US 30 were winners. This was a short. This was a short. And then the gold trades. The one legitimate trade was here. The fade was here, and that was it. So that was like, I think, 8, 9 trades. Making yes, thank you so much. Thanks, Crazy Wally. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. So quiet day, but we still clipped out a few points here and there, which is good for us. Tonight we focus on gold, 745 to about 845. Let's see if Asia wants to bring it a little bit in front of FOMC. I love the range indicator because it really keeps us more or less on the right side of the market, which is that's the most important part, right? If you're on the right side of the narrative, you can almost do anything you want, and you'll be winning. And if you're on the wrong side of the narrative, nothing you can do will make you win. So that's the most important part. Thanks, guys. Everybody enjoy. I'll see everybody a little bit later tonight. Take care.